What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's that time of month. It is the monthly video for the FishUSA monthly bait challenge. So basically every month what I'm doing is I'm making an order off of FishUSA, picking 5 different baits that I think should work for that particular month, tying them up on some rods, hitting the water and seeing if I can catch a fish on each one of those baits. So pretty much very similar to a lot of the MTB, LTB challenges, except for this challenge I actually get to pick the baits and, you know, fish baits that I think should work. It's a combination of baits that I've used before and some new ones. So let's just dive right in. Here's my order for the month of April. Now I will say this, we are in California. It is starting to get pretty toasty out. We just had another full moon, so I anticipate these fish will be in full spawn mode. They'll be up shallow, so a lot of our baits are gonna be reflecting that kind of fishing. So our first bait, and a bait that I've gained a lot of confidence in as of lately, national championship, hint hint, but our first bait is a 5-inch Gary Yamamoto Senko. So yeah, little green pumpkin, red flake Senko. Hard to beat this time of year when you're fishing shallow. Next bait we have is a Rains Sea Pod creature bait. So this is a really interesting looking bait. Definitely caught my eye. Maybe the kind of bait that catches the fisherman better than the fish, but like I said, feel like these fish are gonna be spawning. They're gonna be on beds, so I wanted to try something on beds. I mean, check that out for a spawning bait on a bed. I mean, that looks killer. Smells like cat food too. It is the delta we will be fishing on, so we got a frog. Now this is not just any frog, this is a Booyah Toad Runner. So basically what we have is a Booyah Pad Crasher, but now with the shortened tails and the spinning boot tail. So like I said, delta frog fishing, top water, it is game on when it's the end of April. I do like the design of this though, because it looks like I'll still be able to work it like a frog, but also burn it over that grass and get that boot tail action. So definitely looking forward to throwing this. If we can find some clear water, bait number 4 will be a little Strike King KBD Squarebill. Now this is in the spring craw color. I thought this is a really interesting looking color, but what we have is a nice little like green pumpkin, orange belly, some dots on there, nice bluegill crawfish imitation. Color I've never thrown, but I think it looked pretty good, so we're gonna throw that around tomorrow. And our last bait number 5, is going to be a bay rat / rat jerkbait. This is in ghost perch color. This is a bait I have never thrown. I've been typically throwing the mega bass, but this is a third of the price. Got a nice little color to it, nice little design. Also like that little snap that it has. Cool looking bait. We'll give that a toss, see if we can catch one on there. So those are the 5 baits for the monthly FishUSA bait challenge for the month of April. 5 baits that I think I should be able to catch at least 1 bass on tomorrow on the delta. So I'm gonna go tie these up on some rods. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Get this challenge started. Alrighty guys, we are ready to go. Man, what a gorgeous morning it is. Can't beat it. Only baits I brought are for the challenge. 5 baits, 5 rods, so I'm committed today. I really want to complete this challenge, and a challenge complete would be a fish on each bait, a bass on each bait, any size. And just to give you a brief little recap, the 3 months that I've already done it, only caught, I think at most 3 different baits have caught fish out of 5, so definitely haven't even come close to completing the challenge yet, so maybe today will be the day. All right, just giving you guys a little conditions report. Water temp is about 65, 7 o'clock in the morning. We got all day to fish and complete this challenge. So like I said, I think these fish should be up shallow. Spawning, got a couple areas that I fished before this time of year that have been good to me. I will say this though, I've fished this area a handful of times this year and it has burned me every single time. So hopefully today we can change that. Now, which bait do we start with? That's the question. I think we gotta go with a frog. Got some nice grass matted up here in the delta. Maybe yet to spray. So this is the Booyah Toad Runner. Let's just have a look. Pretty much like a sprinkler frog. We got a rising tide pretty much up until 12, a big tide swing. So this water's gonna get really high. Let's see if we can knock out the crankbait fish. Now we got an area that has a little bit of bare rock, not completely swamped in that grass. Should be able to get a fish, even a small one, right up against these rocks. Hate to do it because I think this is going to be the easy bait, and I say easy, and who knows. I'll go with a Senko. O-ring. There we go. I know this area has fish. Gotta get him to bite. not know how we're not getting bit. This is crazy. There we go, finally. Oh my gosh, no! That felt like a good one too. Oh, darn it. There we go. Up in the trees. Man, these guys were making it tough on me today. Alright, Senko fish. Not a giant, but solid keeper. And that's what we thought they'd be doing today, is up in the shallows spawning. Alright, we got our Senko fish out of the way. Alright, one down. Didn't get the skunk. That's always a good start. Always a nice relief. You know what we'll do next? Let's get some open water here. A little bay rat jerkbait. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, are you serious? Oh, that's not good. Oh no! Frick. Crap. Oh my god, are you serious? That is not good. I'll just like burn my thumb off too. Please shake it loose. Well, you've seen the YouTube videos of all this kind of thing happening. Never thought it would happen to me. It just did. Damn it. Nope, 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 nope. I hate doing this to you. Oh, he just wrapped me up my drive. Are you serious? I don't know what I'm stuck on. A little bit of a situation here. I don't know. I don't know what to do. He just ran into my bait. I guess they don't want to help. This is a mess. I really don't want to have this bird have a freaking jerkbait in it. It's like a jerkbait of all things. Come here. Come here. Oh, it's gonna be a mess. Come here. Just trying to help you, dude. Come here. Come here, dude. Well, that's the end of that. He just wrapped me around my drive. I feel terrible. I mean, it just broke me off. I was gonna make every effort to get that freaking hook out of it, but I don't know what to do in this situation. I feel like the biggest asshole in the world. Well, I definitely know that I'll be debating whether or not to put that in the video, but you're gonna probably wonder where'd the jerkbait go, and that's the only one I have, so obviously that's over with as part of the challenge. But it was just so shocking. It was just so shocking. I didn't think it would catch the line at all. I don't know how that happened. Maybe for future reference, you guys can let me know in the comments below what I should have done. Definitely in a different mood. I think I need to just, I'm not gonna give up on the day or leave, but I need to just kind of collect my thoughts. Well, definitely the day's not going to plan. This little canal area that I thought was going to be good should be good, and there should be fish here, but the tide is so high. I mean, I don't think these fish are out in the open for a lot of my baits. I think they're under these mats, and wouldn't you know, I don't have any baits that I could really punch through, or a rod, like a punching rod, but I think a lot of these fish are under these mats, under this cover right now while this tide is so high. So I'm gonna change tactics. I'm gonna make a run to an island that usually is a little bit better on higher tide, and then we'll come back through here again when the tide starts to drop and these fish get sucked out of that cover. Man, if I can't find some kind of rock or bare bank, I mean, I can't really fish this crankbait. I mean, what I'd like to throw right now is a Senko, but I don't know. Let's just try the bedding bait and just flip around. I mean, if it lands on a bed, that could entice a bite. Gonna be blind casting, of course, but never know. Couldn't catch up to it. Finally, a notable fish. Man, these fish are just hard to catch up to. There we go. Yes, guys, it is on the Senko. I don't have anything else to throw back here. A bedding bait. Man, that's a nice one. It's probably one of my biggest fish on the Delta this year. Finally managed a decent one out here on a Senko. I mean, they're definitely back here, but they're not super easy to catch. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like a million fry right there. Pretty big fry too. So there's fish that have spawned back here already. Sea pod. Alright, that's 2 out of the way for the challenge. I saw that fish standing up, and then I just sat down and I pedaled backwards. Second pitch in there with that sea pod. She took it. Alright, there's 2 out of the 5. Unfortunately, we know we're not getting a jerkbait fish today. I mean, obviously that got the bite, but it's definitely a nuisance looking type bait. I will say the one thing I don't like about it, maybe I'll try to rig it differently this time, is I can't see it as good as the big bite baits warmouth. I can't see it as well. So maybe we'll make it so we can see the chartreuse side. Tell you what, I mean, I don't think that was the female though. I think this is the male. It's funny, just the change of the, you know, tide. Fished here earlier, didn't see a thing, and as soon as I stood up, saw like a 3-pounder in a bed. I knew they were bedding back here. It's just you need that tide to be low to see them. I didn't see the fish. They are on that bed still. Decent ones, nothing huge, but it's been a minute since I caught one. Still no idea how big this fish is. Like, to me, it could be 3. It also could be like 5. The tail looks really big. That's what I'm seeing. The tail looks huge. Well, not huge, but makes the fish look like a good fish. Yep. It's more like a 3-pounder. Finally. Yeah, it's not that big. That was a lot bigger than that. Strong fish. Strong fish. Yeah, it's not even that big. I don't know why it looks so much bigger. Fish. See another one on the bed. Might as well fish for it. Where is it? Throw the actual FishUSA bait. Since I've been seeming to deviate from that today. Put the sea pod back on. Again, nothing wrong with this bait. I just can't see it as well as the warmouth. Sea pod to the rescue. Not a terrible fish. Nice. Not a giant, but I don't know. There's just something fun about bed fishing for me. Just the game of it. Chunky fish. That actually kind of makes me feel better. That bird had the jerkbait in it. That was the jerkbait goose. At least it can fly. Well guys, I think I am going to call it a day. Been fishing for quite a long time. Really weird day. Caught fish on 2 of the baits. We caught one on the sea pod and then the Senko. Couldn't get anything on the crank or the frog, and obviously the jerkbait fiasco thing was just unfortunate. Was happy to see that bird at the end fly off. At least I know it can fly. Maybe it'll just rust off or shake off. Hopefully the hooks are bad on that jerkbait. Yeah, I know I could have thrown some other stuff today or committed a little bit more to some other baits, but man, they are spawning. They are finicky. They're cruising up around the bank, just super spooky. And you know what? I had 2 choices. I could catch fish with, you know, my bed baits and the Senko, or I could just keep slinging the crankbait and the frog and just pray for maybe a bite, but I don't think I was gonna get it. So I opted to catch fish today instead of complete the challenge, to be honest with you. So I will admit that. That is gonna wrap up the video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, and I will catch you guys later.